guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, welcome. My name is Monica, and in today's video I am opening a Valentine's Day vlog to let you know, are these books worth your time during the day of love. The first book I'm going to read, well, they're in no particular order. I'm going to read them as I go along. The first one that I will be reading in this vlog is Say Your Mind by Lucy Darling. This is a novella and it's on KU. It's Eros has always been the good guy. His success has been attributed to his hard work and is always doing what's right. Raised on his family ranch, he refused to allow the city to change him. He does things his way or not at all. Until she comes along. Lev might have fallen into Mr. Perfect's bed the night of her best friend's wedding. I love the one bed trope. Okay, excuse me. But he's so wrong for her. She hates love, roses, and worst of all, Valentine's Day. Too bad for Lev, and ditching Mr. Perfect isn't so easy when you find out he's your new boss. Ooh. And says all the right things. The man is a walking green flag. Okay. So when she tells him she's not interested in pursuing anything, she expects he'll back off. That would, after all, be the right thing to do. But being the good guy is on hold where she's concerned. She just doesn't know it yet. Say no more. I am sold on this one. So another one I'm going to be reading is Kissed and Missed by Cleo White. This is book 2 in the Daddy Issues series. I read the first one for a Christmas or a holiday romance read along and a readathon, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this one as well. This is two by characters. She went to go see her girlfriend. Her girlfriend ended up being they end up breaking up. She ends up spending Christmas with her ex-girlfriend's dad. They hit it off. That she comes home and he comes after her, and that's all I know, and that's all I need to know. It is on KU and it has 162 pages, so yay for that. And as soon as this one comes out, it's actually coming out February 11th. So, and I kept thinking it's February 6th, but no, it's February 11th. Wow. This one is The Kiss Lottery by Madden-Mills. This one, roses are red, violets are blue. Someone in rose has feelings for you. And I'm just like, cool. It's humor, it's holiday, it's Valentine's, and Sebastian York is the narrator. And if you had seen my last video, I'll link that down below. You will see that I'm wearing the same shirt that I opened it up because I just made that video. And if you notice my video last week about Sebastian York, I was talking about wanting to listen to this one. So yes. And then the last one I'm going to read, and again, this is sort of connecting with my reading from the holiday romances. It's Cupid Has a Heart On by Tara Sivec. Listen, I read the first one, is the holiday series. So the first one was The Stocking Was Hung, and his name was Stocking, and I died. I loved it so much. It was funny, and it was like a crazy family and everything else. So, and I'm sorry about my dogs, they're just barking and I just need to be done. That one, his last name was Stocking. He was hung. It was a funny time. Her family was completely nuts. Loved it. Great. A great time. And it says the holiday family is back, crazier than ever in this special Valentine's Day story. Cupid hits a few roadblocks on the way to Sam and Noel's hearts after their whirlwind Christmas romance. Nipplegate 2016, a stray stripper, a regrettable mix-up with narcotics are just the tips of the arrow when it comes to shooting these two with happily ever after. Nothing seeing a grown man wearing an adult diaper and wings can fix that, hopefully. It's 134 pages. I had the best time with the first one. I just think it's going to be a lot of fun, and that's the one I'm probably going to start first because I just think it's really, really funny. Obviously, the Madden-Mills one will be the last one that I read, but I will update you when I have something to update. Okay? Bye. Okay. Cupid Has a Heart On. I finished it a while ago, and I haven't picked up another novella, and I kind of want to. I was thinking about taking out one that I've read a long time ago. It's called The Booty. It's from Daphne Perry. So this one is Sam and Noelle. Sam and Noelle, this is their second time. This is the second book in their story. I really loved the first one. It was the stocking was hung. I loved the puns, and I really liked her family in that one. This one, it went a little too far with the family. Like, the family was in it all the time, and they couldn't. This was miscommunication. The main plot point was miscommunication, because they needed to talk things out, and they couldn't without getting interrupted by her family, and she was being hard-headed, and he was being a bit of a sap, and I was just like, I was over it by halfway, and it was a novella, so I was like, oh gosh. So I don't even remember. Oh, and it was like, she kept calling, like, he would read romance books. Sam would read romance books to get some ideas, and yes, Helena Hunting, and there was a few others that she had put in, and her dad was like, it didn't, let me put it this way, it did not age well. I gave it three stars, and it was kind of a generous 3 stars. I was like, I was over it. I don't think I'm going to continue in the series, because they had a next one is like on the 4th of July, then they have another one for Easter, and I'm just like, if I'm staying with the same couple and the same family, I'm good. I'm good. I recommend the first one in the series. The first one in the series is really funny. It's crazy funny, and I really enjoyed that one. This one, not so much. So right now I am actually listening to I'm finishing up True Betrayals by Nora Roberts. This is actually on one of my TBRs for 2025. It was my Nora Roberts TBR. See, I'm trying to get through all of her back list, and I mean, this is where I'm at, and I still have more to clip and stuff. I think I have like I think I've read over 100 now. I think I have 187 left to go. I told you, this is a feat. This is something I'm going to do. So I've read Irish Thoroughbred and that whole series, and that is based upon horse racing, which I really, really enjoyed. There's some stuff that you can tell that was written in the 1980s, okay? You have to be aware of that. It's kind of like, how should I put this? It's like listening, it's like rereading or reading for the first time Kathleen E. Woodruff or Johanna Lindsey, or the old school romance, historical romances. It's interesting to see how she grew as a writer, but it's also interesting to see how they were able to write specific things. Like, there's one I had recently read where I kind of got irritated with the main male character because he kept smoking. It was like, he was chain smoking. I was like, dude, stop smoking. Yeah, so in my review I was like, yeah, he was a chain smoker. He was. Anyway, so right now I'm actually listening to True Betrayal, and this was, I think, I don't remember. Let me look, because I have, here, I'm going to show you. Here, let me do it this way, because that's precarious. So I'll show you. So I have her whole entire backlist, and I have a whole thing. So that's what you can see. So basically, if it's a thumbs down, yeah, no, it probably didn't age well. Thumbs up, yes, I would recommend. A flower is like, absolutely, you should read it. And then a heart, you need to read it. I have one of those. So if you look, and I'll just see if I can scroll down a little bit. Then as you get closer, so there's the Lost Bride trilogy. So anyway, and then let me go all the way. I even have her in-depth series on here. So if you would look right here, so you can see, like, I really liked Partners. That was a romantic suspense about 2 attorneys. And then Gabriel's Angel, which was about a woman on the run who was pregnant, and he falls for her, and he takes care of her and the baby, and loved it. So yeah, I was like, oh, like, I'm seeing all these tropes that are popular today back, and she wrote Gabriel's Angel in 1989. And so I'm like, this is interesting. It is a very interesting thing that I'm doing. Anyway, so I read, I know this is not what you wanted to see, but so it is True Betrayals, and it was 1995. And our main character, she thought her mother had died, but her mother did not die, came back into her life. And so she's going into getting to know her mother again, right? And there's reasons why she thought her mother was dead. I'm not going to spoil that for you. So this one, this is horse racing and how people cheat in horse racing and how things go with horse breeding and stuff like that. I am really enjoying this one. So this one I probably would recommend. I like the horse racing ones, like Irish Thoroughbred. That was really good for her, for being her first. There's one, Sullivan's Woman was like an offshoot. I put it in with that one because it had the characters from Irish Thoroughbred, that series, and that was my least favorite. So, but right now, True Betrayals is also horse racing. They're talking about the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and all of that, and right now someone had been killed, and someone's trying to sabotage her mother and the love interest Gabe. So yeah, I'm actually enjoying this one, and this is supposed to be reading Valentine Day novellas. So I will get back to my Valentine Day novellas probably this weekend. I have a couple that I really want to read, and then one comes out on the 11th. So, and it's only the 6th when I'm filming this, so I'm just like, yeah. But it's just basically been work, home, reading, work, home. That's basically been my life for this week. And that's, I know, I'm boring, but I'm enjoying this one. And then I have to read When We Burn by Kristen Proby. I might just throw that in this vlog because I got an ALC for it. I'm on her art team. I'm really excited to start that one. But I'm trying to finish up True Betrayals. I don't know how long I have left. Oh wait, I can figure it out on my computer because for some reason when I'm listening to something, it registers on my computer. Okay. Well, it's 6 hours and 46 minutes, but I'm on 2 times speed, so whatever half of that is what I have left. And someone's coming into my room, so I'm gonna end this here. You can come in. Bye. All right. So, it is Sunday morning, and I'm getting ready for the day. I like to blow dry my hair to the point where it's damp, not wet, or completely dry, because my hair likes to leak moisture. All right, so I have finished. I think last time I talked to you, I was actually finishing up True Betrayals, and I will give a spoiler alert. Yep, there goes my tongue. It's twisting again. I'm gonna give it 5 stars, and it's because it was extremely inventive and unique from a lot of her other stuff. So, but it also wasn't. You could tell Nora wrote it. I know this is supposed to be a Valentine's Day one, but I really want to talk about this book. So, our main character, Kelsey, she thought her mother had died. She was told her mother died, and she didn't know why her mother died. She just was told her mother died until her mother came back to life. And I was like, yeah, I've been living on my family's horse farm after something happened, and I'm not going to tell you because, like I said, I don't want to spoil that. So she goes to reconnect with her mother, and there she meets Gabe Slater. Gabe owns a horse farm that's next to her mother's, and Gabe and her mother are friends. Hold on, I gotta go this way. Okay, anyway, so
clean up after myself. Okay, what was I say? Oh yeah. Okay, so Gabe, love him. He was a gambler, and his father was a piece of crap. And he really wanted our heroine. And so they were connecting together. Our heroine, Kelsey, was cheated on, and she just got out of a divorce and stuff. And so she's like, well, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, right? And so she goes and stays with her mother, which her grandmother, her paternal grandmother, was very, very upset about that, right? Because her paternal grandmother was all about their family name and legacy. Didn't care about the people. They were commodities, basically. And that plays an important part to the plot. And anyway, so she goes and stays with her mother, learns how to muck out stalls, because this has horse racing, has gambling, has horse training, all that stuff in it, right? If you don't know, I use Tatcha. It is the best stuff I've used on my face because I have very, very dry skin, like overly dry skin. So anyway, so she goes to this horse racer, right? This gambler. And she's learning the business and connecting with her mother and her mother's friend, who's also the manager. And he is part Jewish and part Native American. And of course, you're going to get some of the people who are very racist towards this guy. Then murders start to happen. They replicates things that happened in the past. Beware that there is someone intentionally drugs her mother's horses to get them to lose, which apparently is a thing on the circuit, right? And then she decides, she's like, okay, well, and then she's like, okay, well, I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of this and get ready at the same time. So she's like, okay, I am going to go ahead and she basically moves her life from Maryland to Virginia with her mother, and she ends up starting a thing with Gabe. And Gabe, she's like not another person like her, and she's a lot like her mother, where they both have very strong and vibrant personalities, but they're also very headstrong. And she decides to look into what happened with her mother, but also other things are going on. And a horse manager at Gabe's farm ends up dead after someone tries to sabotage his horse. And then jockey ends up dead as well. And then there's like a couple other people who end up dead, right? And it all comes to a head at the end, and it was really well done. Like, you kind of know who one of the villains are, but there's a lot of There's a lot of foreshadowing of who's in on the plots and the schemes and stuff, and it was really well done. So I gave that 5 stars, and then I finished When We Burn because that was an ALC, and I always put ALCs or ARCs before I put any other reading ahead. And I'm honestly, that one is small town. And so Danny is the sister of Holden. Holden, the book is She's a Wild One. They're the Lexingtons. At the prologue, so be aware of this, her father tries to drown her after she tells him that she doesn't want to get hurt because he was going to hit her. Now be aware that there's animal abuse that's talked about. It's not on page. It's talked about because her father was a psychopath. He was abusive, and he was tormenting his kids and did things to his wife and did things to their animals. And so she has this fear of water and chickens for reasons, and they're very, very good reasons. Anyway, her safe place is the Blackwells. Her and her brother and her sister's safe place is the Blackwells. And Bridget Blackwell in present day is the fire chief. And he's a single dad to Birdie, who's 5 years old. And she comes back into town from Bozeman because once her father's died, she feels like she's safe enough to come back into town. And this is, and yeah, their whole thing is just very, very streamlined, very well done romance. That's second chance, and it's just everything. Okay, I'm going to talk about this book. I don't want to talk about it so much because I want to get to what the books I'm supposed to be talking about in this vlog. But she's a really good character. He's a really good character. The romance was fantastic, and I gave it 5 stars. There's a lot of stuff in here, and I highly recommend it. I do recommend that you check out She's a Wild One before you check this one out, but I do recommend that you do. They're really, really good, and they're well done, and there are trigger warnings. So, okay. And after I finished that last night, I read the Lucy Darling book. I put it up there. It's like, I think it's, okay, sorry, someone just texted me. It's about Lev or Valentina and Eros. They meet at her best friend's and his friend's wedding. And so he's on the groom's side, she's on the bride side, and they meet, they click right away, and they share a kiss. Well, she starts her new job. Her father is very abusive to her and her mother, but her mother is okay with it and does some pretty nasty things through this. And Liv does not believe in love because she just saw what her parents were like, right? So yeah, Eros, he knew that she was the one on the first night. They were talking a little bit, then she got spooked and blocked him. And then come to find out that he is her new boss. And he's like, please unblock me. And he backs away for like maybe a day or two until she's like, yes, okay, I still have these feelings for you. And after her first day of work, her mother kicks her out. When her mother kicked her out, she was like, okay, she had nowhere to go. But Eros, he did some stuff, and he was gonna go check on her because she hadn't answered his text or anything, and he was afraid of what was gonna happen because he knew who her parents were. And so he goes, checks on her, and she's leaving. She's like, I've been trying to text my friend Gabby, cannot reach her. And he's like, well, why didn't you text me? I would have come and got you. And he did. And that was the first night that they had relations, and it was very, very, very quick. And I was like, okay. It was like, boop. And they're like, okay, we're done. And I was like, and then she goes to sleep. I mean, it's implied that they do more, but at the end of the scene, she goes to sleep and she wakes up a month later. I was like, well, that's a transition. So yeah, and then they're in a full-fledged relationship, and her parents are not leaving them alone because they're money grubbing, because he is, I think, a billionaire or something. And then the conflict happens, and then they live happily ever after, and I'm giving it 3.5 stars. Now, actually, if I'm giving the Terrace Sivec 3.5 stars, I'm giving this a 4 star because it's not as good as, it's better than the other ones. Like Cupid Has a Heart On is like my least favorite book so far I've read. Excuse me, I'm not counting my other reads because I just don't, that's not what this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be Valentine's Day, so you're getting a little extra. So I'm sorry, not sorry. Anyway, so I've started the Cleo White book. I think it's Kissed and Missed, and I'm like 58% of the way through it right now, and they are already together, but there's some stuff that's going on. So Honor went to go see her girlfriend, came to find out that her girlfriend was cheating on her, and she was left alone with her ex-girlfriend, now ex-girlfriend's dad, and they very much are attracted to each other. They're both bisexual, and he moves across the country and starts a foundation so she can be a head of a foundation and do what she wants to do. And they were just outed by someone. They don't know who. There's a security breach. And so far, it's good. The characters are definitely flawed. There's some stuff going on, like who outed them. His daughter's really a horrible person, and he's like, the only people who ever really want me for my money, or are afraid of me, or what I can do for them. And Honor fits into none of those. So yeah, I'm enjoying that one so far, and I think I like it better than the other two. So here's hoping. And then I have one more that was My Bloody Valentine. It's a vampire holiday Valentine romance. And then I have the I Love Madden-Mills one when it comes out on Tuesday.
Hey guys, it's Sunday afternoon, and I was listening to Tori's vlog about, and yeah, let me see if I can make it, because I am just sitting here just chilling. I was listening to Tori's vlog while eating, and I had finished My Bloody Valentine this morning, along with the Kissed and Missed. So Kissed and Missed, I'm giving it 4.5 stars. I actually really liked Kissed and Missed. I liked how they pined for each other. I love good pining, and this had good pining. And that they weren't going to let his daughter's brattiness get in their way, or in that she called her dad out for being a hypocrite, and she put him in his place. I really enjoyed that. That was awesome. I thought the character growth was really great for a novella. Had plenty of steam for Cleo White. Enjoyed it. Then I tried to, and I did, because it was only like 50 pages, My Bloody Valentine. I was like, what the heck did I just read? So the setup is Candace walks in on her best friend Jessica and her fiance Grant going at it. They were having sex, right? Well, she's like on her wedding day, which was Valentine's Day, and she's like, yeah, see you guys. And so she decides she wants to go do something reckless. So she goes to this club. I think it's like Club Euphoria or something like that. And she meets Rory. Rory is a vampire. So I knew it was a vampire romance. What I did not realize was he liked her because he liked her pain. He liked the way she was in pain, which was off, but okay. Because she came in her wedding dress, and just to make some bad decisions, and she made a very bad decision. So she decided that she was like, okay, well, they were gonna go at it, and they did, and he's like, I like her. I think I said in my written review, his AB positive princess, because he was going on about how her blood was singing to him, her AB positive blood. I was like, oh gosh, okay. Anyhow, yeah, he's like, I'm gonna keep her because he could feel her anger and her need for revenge and the violence in her, and after what happened, and he tricked her to tell him what happened through mind control, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna turn her into a vampire and then she can get her revenge. And that's exactly what happened. Bloody Valentine, those are literal, that's literally what the book is about. It was 50 pages. There was no romance. It was just pure, and it was just violence and smut. And I was like, what did I read? I'm leaving it on rating, because if I had to rate it, it'd be 1 star, because I was like, what the heck? So yeah, anyway, so there's a couple things I want to say. And so in between a lot of these, I actually had read Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. And I can't believe I'm talking about this, because I try not to talk about things. So I actually liked the characters. Like, I liked the hero and heroine. I liked their romance. I did not mind the open door, and that was neither here nor there. For me, if you go on my Instagram, you'll see my story. It says not for me. The reason why is because I was so mad at one character, and it was Penn. Oh gosh, the way she was with him, Like, she's like, I felt like she set him up. It's like, oh yeah, you guys both like kinks, so you should just get together. And said that when she was drunk, and then she was all shocked and bothered that they were actually together. I was like, girl, no. You're the one who basically set them up, and now you're making them your personal villain. No. That's incredibly manipulative. And I felt like that they, honestly, they forgave her way too easily at the end. So I took a decent book that was hovering around 4 stars, and just like, I was like, no. So that was my problem with it. Nothing else. It was the one character. Felt like she needed more of a, consequences to her actions, if you know what I mean. Just not in the way of my bloody Valentine. Okay, so anyway, I'm sorry that this is shaky. I did not feel like grabbing everything. I've got to get ready because we have school tomorrow, but I'm also listening to, I guess I'll just throw this in here, is An Improper Proposal by Patricia Cabot, aka May Cabot. This is for the Historical Hellions. We got pirates, and they're actually on a pirate ship, and there's a pirate battle, and someone gets, it's intrigue, and our heroine Peyton, she is the younger sister, and she's like, yeah, I can sail just like any other man can, and she pretends to be a boy to save Drake, who's our hero. And yeah, he was going to marry someone out of duty or something. Peyton's a little naive, but she's also kind of a fun character, and Drake is a very good hero. He believed her when her families were like, will you just stop talking and sit down, when she tried to break up because he was going to marry another woman. I'm at like 68%, and it's just so good. I'm just having a lot of fun with it. All right, that's my update. Next one that I will talk about is the Isla Madden-Mills one, and I don't think it could be worse than my Bloody Valentine, because that was pretty bad. So far, my favorite is the Cleo White book, Kiss and Mist. That one was really good. I also really liked, Kiss and Mist was the only one that I truly really liked right now, other than Say You're Mine. That one was pretty good. I said that Cupid had a heart on. I think that's what it's called. It's the Sivec novella. I said I gave it 3.5. No, actually, I looked back and I was like, oh no, I gave it 3 stars. Yeah, that's a 3-star. The other one, I'd probably give it, I'm going to keep it at 4-star because I rated it 4-star, but to me, it's a 3.5. The standout is the Kissed or Missed. So let's see what Isla Madden-Mills has to come in. As well as the other standouts were the ones that I read beyond what I was supposed to read for this blog. So you're getting a lot of books. I'm sorry. But I hope you've made it this far, because this is proving to be very long because I'm just very chatty right now. Okay. I will talk to you when I'm through with it. So it will be, and when I close out this vlog. I think we'll do that. So this is the last update.
Hey guys, it is Tuesday afternoon and I just got out of work. It is very overcast and snarly out. It's raining and cold, and I am just ready to cuddle up with a good book in my bed where it's nice and warm with some tea and stuff. But I got up this morning, downloaded the Kiss Lottery from Isla Madden-Mills, and it's on KU Read and Listen, and this one is a second chance type of a deal. Beckett and Everly, they were best friends when they were young. Something happened. He pulled away from her. She didn't know what the heck was going on, so she started dating his best friend. Stuff happened. She left town, and then 10 years later, after she just got dumped from her boyfriend in New York, she's now a travel vlogger or podcaster, and she does her thing. Anyway, she got a Valentine to come back to their small town, her small hometown, and yeah, there was stuff that happened. I don't want to talk too much about this because it was good. I want you to be a little surprised, but also you're gonna hear about this book more in depth on Saturday, because this has a trope that I absolutely love, which is always been you. And this one, it was a good always been you. There was a subplot where they were trying to research these two past lovers. So in the town, you have the Kiss lottery. So basically, they put themselves in and they get set up on these dates during Valentine's Day to see if they can find true love. And it was a cute little tradition that was going back for a long time. Anyway, and so she goes there and she puts her name in the lottery, and there's some little funny scenes, a lot of romantic moments. I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. It's a really great audiobook. It's Savannah Peachwood and Sebastian York who did the narration, and I absolutely loved it. I mean, it is, if you have KU as KU, read and listen, so you really don't have anything to lose with this one. I enjoyed it. There were some little things that I probably could criticize, but I'm not going to. Specifically around how they were looking for these past lovers. Like, it was so sad, and they were trying to find little things, right? And it just sort of stopped. She dropped the ball on that little research project. We didn't get a little bit of a resolution for that. So that, I think, was my only really big complaint, because, I mean, it's a novella. She only has so much room that she can do to tell the story. So anyway, so I think this was kind of a very chaotic and weird Valentine's Day reading vlog. I read definitely some that were not Valentine's Day, and I had 2 that really worked. I had a 4.5 and a 4-star, the Kiss Lottery, and Kiss and Mist, and then I had 2 that were misses and big misses, like, yeah. And then I had some other ones in between that were not Valentine's Day. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. It was a little chaotic, but anyway, let me know if you are planning on picking any of these books up, or if you have, what do you think about them? And if you made it this far in this video and you want to let me know that you're here, please leave me the kissing lips emoji, since it is Valentine's Day on Saturday. Or no, it's Friday. Friday's Valentine's Day. I was thinking Saturday. Guys, don't mind me. It is the end of the day. I'm tired. And it's cold. So I'm going to end this here, and I'm going to go wrap up with a good book and some tea. Anyway, until next time, my friends, happy reading, and I really hope you enjoyed this vlog, because it's chaotic. Bye.